He's the most hated rapper in the Philippines, and the only one who turned that hate into a crown.
O, ba't ganyan ka makatingin? Gusto mo ko suntukin?
But he is one of the undefeated FlipTop rappers in the Philippines in one-on-one battle.
Isa to sa mga certified na hitmaker ng taong 2019. Isa sa mga FlipTop MC, isa sa mga undefeated din ng FlipTop.
He is an entrepreneur, a member of Rostar, CEO of Villainware, Villain Entertainment, and Villain Gang.
I'm with a brother, an artist, of course, a businessman, a business mogul, a gangsta.
Through controversy, criticism, and chaos, he turned every insult into influence, and every setback into a story worth hearing. This is the untold rise of Price Tag. Price Tag was born in Sampaloc, specifically in the squatter area near the train tracks, Relais. He notes that the environment in Sampaloc was generally considered unsuitable for him. At the age of 5, his adoptive parents relocated, and he primarily grew up in Santa Mesa. However, the new environment in Santa Mesa during his youth was also described as magulo, chaotic, divided by troubled, leading him to describe his origin as the concrete jungle. Price Tag confirmed that he was adopted and still does not know his biological parents. He was abandoned around 2 years old. The story he heard was that his biological mother, who was allegedly using drugs, left him with the woman who would become his adoptive mother after allegedly stealing gold. His biological father was said to be a police officer. He states that his adoptive parents raised him well and showed him love, viewing their willingness to raise a non-blood related child as noble. Though they provided a life that was sakto lang, just enough.
Bata ka, what was it like? Anong mahirap ba yung buhay? O...
Hindi naman mahirap yung buhay. Pero nasa level lang yung mga magulang ko dati na sakto lang. Sakto lang pero walang sobra.
Oo.
Ayun.
Pero minahal ka nila ng...
Oo naman.
With the
Nasabi
love.
kong oo naman talaga. Inalagaan ako.
Price Tag's life was marked by several intense struggles and traumas, beginning with discovering around age 10 or 11 that he was adopted. Relatives and cousins often called him Ampon, which deeply affected him.
How was that? Kamusta yung
Okay naman kami. Okay kami. Masaya din ako dahil sila nagpalaki sa akin. Pero yun nga, dahil nga sa sitwasyon ko na parang, syempre ampun ako eh. So yung environment, hindi siya nagiging maganda sa paligid mo pag adopted child ka eh. Sa mga pinsan mo, hindi ka tanggap.
Okay.
Banggit ampun ka lang. Yung alam mo yun, yung pagka may birthday, lahat may chicken joy, tapos spaghetti sa'yo, spaghetti ka lang, baka pansit ka. May mga ganun na ako naranasan. At hindi mo maaalis yun eh. Hindi mo maaalis yun.
Okay.
He eventually became rebellious, stating that the pain of being abandoned led to negative actions. He was constantly bullied during his elementary school years, despite being a first or second honor student, which contributed to the development of his villain side. Due to ongoing conflict and violent encounters in Manila during his youth, age 13 or 14, his adoptive parents sent him away to La Union.
At sino yung mga kasama mo? Paano mo nagawa yan?
Nakagawa ko nung una kong kanta sa La Union na. Kasi from 13 years old, nasa Santa Mesa ako, tinapon ako ng magulang ko sa La Union. Kasi yun na yung sitwasyon na nagkaroon na ako na pwede na akong kunin.
Oo.
So, noong 13 or think 14, tinapon na ako sa La Union. Tinapon ako sa La Union, kala ko, umiyak na ako nun sa bus eh.
Oo, ang hirap din nun ha.
Puro talahib dito, puro puno na nakita ko. Paano na yung buhay ko na gusto ko maging rapper o gusto ko maging basketball player. Kasi either way eh, yun yung dream.
To survive, he worked demanding jobs, including as a dishwasher at a carinderia and a car wash boy, earning only 150 PHP per day. He vividly recalls living a violent street life, noting that in the concrete jungle he came from, I was either beaten up or I beat someone up, or I was chased by a gun, or I chased someone with a gun. In his later years, specifically around mid-2020, he suffered a mental health crisis, experiencing depression. During this low point, he noted that he was consuming a lot of alcohol and wasting money in clubs due to his mental state. Acknowledging that depression can be expensive, Price Tag began writing songs verses as early as elementary school, around grade 5. He identified himself as a hip-hop enthusiast, despite growing up when rock bands were the prevailing trend. His early musical inspirations were diverse.
Influences mo, sino yung mga idol mo, local, international, for the fans to know.
Sa local sa international. Actually, una ko pa nga pinakinggan talaga noon na kinakabisadong rap is Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
Bago ako nag-switch sa Bone Thugs and Tupac, Snoop Dogg. Sa sa local, syempre unang-unang napakinggan ko sa local is syempre Andrew E, Franz M.
Kuya Andrew.
His primary motivation was the love of the art and the desire to be noticed and counted among respected rappers. He consciously harnessed the pain, darkness, and anger stemming from his difficult life experiences to fuel his music. His journey started in La Union, where he connected with local artists and began recording for a 1,500 PHP studio session. He produced a 300-piece physical mixtape titled Rep the Hood Mixtape. His career saw a major break when he was discovered by Don J, who invited him to join Shots Fired Cartel, admitting that he chose Price Tag not for his rapping skill, but because he was mangas after witnessing him in a fight. This exposure led to an eventual entry into FlipTop, facilitated by Enigma noticing his music video.
Paano ka napasok sa FlipTop?
Napanood ni Enigma yung music video ko na digicam lang kay Mike Swift na pinost niya sa konektado.com. And then sinabi ni Enigma kay Donji kung si Price Tag sa'yo, artist mo ba? And then kukunin kita Donji sa isang event, yung buong Shots Fired, dalin mo si Price Tag sa akin.
Dahil sa music video na
to. At wala akong idea kung ano yun.
Price Tag started making and recording music around 2008 or 2009. It took him approximately 10 to 12 years to achieve commercial success in trending songs. His first song to hit 1 million views was What You Say About Me. His enduring classic hits, Contrabata and Pahina, which are still requested at shows today, were released as part of the Barcode album process. Pahina became a massive hit around 2019 over 2020 after being featured on Wish and later trending heavily on TikTok. Before his music career, Price Tag's dream was to be a basketball player. He was a varsity player at JRU and still enjoys the sport. Currently, he is heavily focused on his business ventures. He is the CEO of Villain Clothing, which started with a 10,000 pesos investment. He also has investments in other ventures, including Deadwood Barn Grill, a barbershop, and a planned casino. His goal is to eventually focus all out on business after releasing his last album. Message to the youth. Price Tag's message centers on perseverance and learning from mistakes. He tells young people who are pursuing music that if they love what they do, money will follow.
Sobrang love niya and to give para sa susunod na generation.
Yeah.
Ganda, maganda.
Kasi just do your thing. Kasi money will follow. Law of attraction. Kung ano yung ina-attract mo, yun yung papasok sa'yo.
He stresses the importance of viewing mistakes as essential learning opportunities, stating,
Mahal mo yung ginagawa mo, tinatrabaho mo ng tama, do your thing. At isa pa, wag kang matatakot magkamali. Kasi paulit-ulit na pagkakamali, yun dun ka mananalo.
Success nun. Ganda. That's very inspiring.
Ulit-ulitin mo lang matalo. walang masamang matalo. Hindi, okay lang matalo ng matalo. Kasi at the end of the day, mananalo ka pag hindi ka sumusuko eh.
From a bullied and abandoned child tossed out of Manila to fend for himself as a dishwasher, earning 150 PHP a day, who found himself trapped in the chaos of the concrete jungle, Price Tag channeled his pain and inner villain into rap music. Today, he stands as a respected entrepreneur, the CEO of Villainware, successfully translating street smarts into six-figure passive income, proving that even those who start with nothing can build a powerful legacy.
Yeah,